Spring training baseball from Roger Dean Stadium in Jupiter, Florida. First pitch when the Cardinals got to Roger Dean was delivered by one Cliff Polite. St. Louisan that grew up loving the St. Louis Cardinals. Vianney High School's Cliff Polite had a very good major league career.
Ran into him a couple times over the last couple years coaching his son, playing against Landon. Pretty fun to watch, these young kids playing of the ex-major leaguers. It's pretty cool to see the guys still around and kind of sitting around, hanging out, and watching their kids play.
I think I'm noticing here about Brooks, pretty good sinking action, and that's one of the reasons they signed him. I think the mindset of the organization has been, let's bring in guys that not only throw strikes because of the issues they had last year, but if you get ground balls with the infield that will be out there every day, you are going to have success.
Yeah, look at this two-seamer right here running back, and you can see it's got that combination of a little bit of a short arm, but getting the arm up, where he doesn't have a lot of length in his delivery, but that getting on top of that short arm angle is that ball that just goes straight down. Good sinker. Wow, it's interesting right here. He went through every pitch twice, and he shook all the way through.
Does bring up a point we talk about sometimes, how if you're the pitcher, ultimately it's on you. Yeah. So you have the confidence of what you want to throw. I don't like that in the high school game, and I don't like it in the college game. And I know we talk a lot about you're watching Little League baseball all the time, and now your son's getting older, but the pitches are then brought in through signals from the dugout. And I just don't know if that's right. And I also have talked to, then as you go to the pro game, how sometimes a college catcher,
you've seen it on TV already.
Doesn't know how to call a game.
Yeah, you're seeing it on TV right now. Guys are already wearing little wristbands and sequences, and they're doing that at the college level. And you're right. You got to learn for yourself. And I think that's one of the key things. I think it's funny when you go watch a younger group of kids playing, and they got a coach out there that doesn't want to give anything away, but he's hollering out numbers. And by about the third or fourth time he's hollering out the numbers, I'm like, all right, I know when everything's coming. If you have a dad that can figure that stuff out, I'm like, hey, here comes the breaking ball, Landon.
Well, you used to be able to figure it out by just watching guys too. I mean, you were still incredible at that.
I just think it's funny, because I still think it's important. I love when the catcher's calling the game, pitcher's shaking people off, or even if the catcher has an idea, one of the two have to learn the game at an early age. And you'd like it to be both, but as long as one of the kids are learning and having the confidence to call pitches, I think that's a great start.
Well, one of the favorite stories I have of my partner, we were in, I think it was Philly, and you said, Dan, this inning, and I'm not going to say who the Cardinal pitcher was, but you could pick him up very easily, and you picked up the opposition. You said, this inning, just read some promos or do something, but I'm going to tell you every pitch that's coming. You had 43 of the 44 in the inning before they came. You were telling me. Well, he didn't like the call on a pitch that was up, but it goes Brooks' way.
Neither did Dusty.
Team tickets on sale now. We've got Friends Night, Star Wars Night, Margaritaville Night, Grateful Dead Night, many more. Cardinals.com/theme. They've also, at the ballpark, converted Homer's Landing to Freeze's Landing, where that famous home run in Game 6 of 2011 landed. So that has been converted to Freeze's Landing. There's a lot of things happening with that throughout the season. And a lot of the promotional giveaways will be geared around Yadier Molina, which is supposed to be his final year. I'll believe it when I see it. And Adam Wainwright. So you got that historic battery. And then also, it's an anniversary of one of the great clubs in Cardinals history, 1982. So you'll see a lot with 82 and Yadi and Waino this year. The 1-1 pitch. Pulled foul. This has been a very good outing for Brooks. Trying to make this club, and he may have a shot.
Throwing about 90% strikes so far.
Another strikeout. 2 scoreless innings and a bunch of strikeouts. With 4 runs, 2 of them on one swing of the bat, and the home run to hit there. Budweiser play of the game off the bat of Andrew Kisner in his first of the spring.
Hanging breaking ball. It's a good one.
4-2 our score as we move to the home half of the 8th inning. Report from Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic. Free agent infielder Matt Carpenter in agreement with the Rangers on a minor league deal. He had offers for a major league deal from at least one other club, according to Ken's report, but decided to bet on himself, a chance to play at home in Texas.
It's not a bad idea. Good place to hit, too.
It was Brendan Donovan who walked his first time up. There was an extensive piece done a few weeks ago by Ken Rosenthal in The Athletic about Carpenter and getting together with Joey Votto, Matt Holliday, and just went all over the place, all over the country to talk about hitting and try to get him right. As the last couple of years were obviously un-Carpenter-like, and he'll go down, though, in my mind, as truly a great Cardinal. He had a very, very good Cardinal career.
Oh boy.
But last couple of years, tough. The old shift wasn't kind to him either.
Nope. That got him pretty good. He got locked into pulling the ball and couldn't get away from it.
Now, speaking of Joey Votto, who's going to hit around Joey Votto? Reds traded away
both guys.
I mean, Jesse Winker's a great player. We saw that against the Cardinals. Eugenio Suarez had a 50 home run season.
Both guys around him were gone.
Tucker Barnhart no longer there. They traded Amir Garrett. Now they've got Moustakas, but I mean, for Votto, I guess the choice, first of all, you got to be wanted by other teams, but does he want to say, I want to finish my career as a Cincinnati Red? And he's got a chance to set all the, most of the all-time records in Reds history. And if that's important to him, or does he want to go to a place and go win? It's going to be very tough for them to win this year, I would imagine.
I would think so.
2-2 the count on Brendan Donovan. The shift on the right side.
Change up.
Good pitch. Strikeout of Donovan, and there's one away here in the home half of the 8th. I got to tell you, though, Jimmy, it's good being back with you and baseball on TV. Fans back in the stands. Exciting day for all of us to be back.
Nice and warm. 88 degrees down there in Florida.
Love it.
Some sunshine.
It's a fun time of year. Spring trainings here, and NCAA tournament going on. You got Blues hockey and the playoffs right around the corner. Love it. Sosa struck out his first time up, and the 0-1. Paul DeYoung making the start at short today, went 1 for 2. Nolan Arenado had a bases loaded single that brought in 2. Many of the regulars started today's game. Spring training kind of set up like the COVID year of last season with the abbreviated spring training. Had to redo the schedule, so you're playing teams just in your area. So Houston, Washington, the Mets, and Miami. So you're not going across the state to Fort Myers or to Tampa to face the Yankees. Boston and Fort Myers, Minnesota.
That's not fun in the normal spring training, let alone in a short one.
Back-to-back Ks. It's different in Florida as opposed, though, to what you get out in Arizona. Arizona, all the clubs are pretty close to each other.
I'll tell you what, that used to be the case. It's still pretty good, but they've really expanded Phoenix and Scottsdale as a whole. I mean, you could go now an hour from northeast to southwest now. They've gotten a pretty good, you know, it used to be 20, 30 minutes at the most here and there. A couple teams were 30, 40 minutes, and that was it. But, you know, your big day was driving down to Tucson, and that was an hour and 20 minutes, say, whatever, hour and 30 minutes. But I'll tell you what, they've gotten enough teams in there where they've had to spread out. I mean, it's not tough, and it's a great city and great ballparks, but they've spread it out a little bit. It's not as quaint as it used to be. As it, you know, I remember they would always say, well, you can drive back if you can go with a veteran. You know, it's nice and easy. And now it's starting to get spread out where they probably have to keep an eye on a few guys because it's definitely expanded since back in the day.
Capel lines it to left, and we move to the ninth. St. Louis on top, 4-2. Ali Marmol trying to get his first victory under his belt. Kyle Ryan was signed to a minor league deal. Invitation to this big league camp. And we've seen him a bunch. You may recognize that name. He was with the division rival Cubs in each of the past 3 seasons. Best year was in 2019. He's got a 58% ground ball rate. So you look for guys that the Cardinals are bringing in. It's people that get ground balls.
Well, you're going to have something, right? You either have to now throw 100 or you have to get some ground balls. That throwing 93, 94 down the middle stuff's not getting it anymore.
Again, our next telecast of Cardinal baseball will be next week. We'll be down in Jupiter, and that will be Tuesday. Lined out to deep left, and a one-hopper off the wall. Dug out by Burleson. And a leadoff double, and the tying run will come to the plate.
It's got a little bit too much plate. Just talking about a short swing right there. Ooh.
I was told that you have agreed to, or you will if you don't know about it yet.
This is scary.
That you, on opening day, when you're in your convertible and waving to the crowd and wearing that red jacket, that you are going to wear the IFB and a microphone so that we can talk to you as you go around the track.
I have heard that.
And you, working as your agent, will agree to do that.
No, he didn't.
So are we getting extra, me and you getting extra pay for that? Hey, we got a mask.
You know what, Jimmy? I'll take a very slight cut of 37.2%. And I think it'll be a good thing.
It'll be fun.
There's the 0-2 pitch by Ryan.
As long as you cut the mic after I run up the stairs to get to the booth and I'm out of breath. Have to cut it off then.
Don't worry, we'll have plenty of food for you.
I will be out of breath, hustling up the stairs.
You know what? We're going to make sure that somebody will be at the elevator just for you.
There you go.
Okay?
Me and the 49,000 other fans.
We'll put security around you, buddy.
Yeah, be good. Aggie will take care of me.
Aggie Siriati is going to be back, manning her post. And I'll tell you what, Aggie, don't overlook Aggie. She might take you out.
She'll flex on you.
You betcha. She's tough. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And told that there's a guard, Terry. You know Terry, right?
Yep.
She would help you out.
She's down there keeping an eye on everyone who goes underground.
That's right.
Can't get past Terry.
No. One. Who the umpires will be for that opening series?
Come on.
We've lost a few. A couple guys have retired.
Joe West is retired.
Singing, making cowboy music.
Yeah.
This guy's got some kind of cross-angled cutter, doesn't he? It's bearing down on back leg of some of these hitters.
Jerry Davis also retired. We saw Jerry, a St. Louis native. He worked, I believe his final game was with us last year. He wanted to do it in St. Louis.
I believe so, too.
Mentioned Joe West was his time after what? He had the most games umpired in the history of the sport. Yadi and Waino this year have a chance to set the all-time battery starts together, 300 plus. That'll never be broken.
Who would have saw that coming 2 years ago?
I mean, if they get it, I don't see how anybody comes close to breaking that.
No, that's unheard of.
First of all, the position, both of them demanding, and then this day and age, free agency, guys leaving their organizations. I mean, there it is. They got to get to 324, and they should be able to do it. As long as they're healthy, they will. Adam Wainwright made the start today for the Cardinals, won a couple of innings, very efficient. Did give up a run, but a lot of strikes in his debut. 3-2 pitch. And got him. Catches the outside corner, the bottom of the zone, and there's 2 away.
It's a good job right there. He kept kind of pounding guys in, got everyone's attention, and that little backdoor cutter slider right there ended up right on the corner. Pretty good pitch.
Hit sharply to second. Catch is made by Nolan Gorman, and the ball game comes to a close as the Cardinals win their first of the spring.